Hello there. Welcome to another episode of Walk Talk. I just want to hurry up because we're on low battery and we can cut off at any time. So let's just hurry it up. I'm going to start with our 5 squats. That's to celebrate the 50 miles we carried the pallet and to prepare for future pallet carries. So that's all to raise awareness for suicide prevention. This is the Walk for Lost Loved Ones. It is a titanium shield, but that has been questioned, but we'll get to that later. If we have time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Okay, hopefully that stays there. That might slide and fall the way where it's standing. Alrighty. That's the first thing I'll try to get to, and maybe the only thing if battery runs out. HeroGerl on Facebook has questioned whether or not my shield is actually titanium. And I brought up the reasons why I think it's titanium, the weight, and the sound it makes, which I'm only kind of familiar with it being different from steel. But I don't have a steel shield the same size and shape to compare to. The fact that I paid for it and it was supposed to be titanium was a reason, but that's not really proof. And so I'm going to do some tests to determine whether or not my shield is titanium. I was thinking about hitting it with the blowtorch, but HeroGerl there reminded me that there are kinds of steel that basically turn the same color that titanium turns when it's tempered. And so that doesn't actually narrow things down for me. And so I might get some metallurgic testing or some kind done so I can get it verified. Skepticism is healthy. And this whole time I've been taking it for granted that I knew what it was made of, but I don't know. I should confirm that. I should have multiple confirmations. So, thank you for your skepticism, HeroGerl. And also, while talking about you there, they do not want to be referred to as an RLSH because they have some serious criticisms about those of us that call ourselves real life superheroes. And criticism is good. I don't think that makes anybody a villain or anything like that. I think it's enriching to everybody. As long as it seems like it's fair criticisms. She doesn't like the way some people talk, and honestly, I have looked the other way when people start talking about conspiracy theory type things and political arguments are things that I kind of veer away from, and I try not to judge people too harshly because you think you know what you're voting for. And your ideas change, and one person's hero is another person's monster that destroys their life. And so I try to stay away from politics, but I don't blame anybody for criticizing somebody for politics, because that it's fair game. It's out there in the world, and I'm not saying it's just down to political stuff. I haven't actually seen a lot of the examples of things, the bad behavior that HeroGerl is alluding to, but apparently they are going to post up some like examples of stuff that has been said, and I think they have in the past, and so I should be referencing that. But I will just say, overall, that was the name of my last walk talk, was criticize the RLSH. We can take it, and if you're putting yourself out in public and you're trying to be a symbol, you should be able to take criticism or respond to criticism. And so, it's all right. Go for it. And whether or not you want to call yourself a real life superhero, HeroGerl is making some really cool equipment, and they want to be referred to as a super heroine. And that's fine. I understand there's baggage attached to the real life superhero community that doesn't, like, you want to be a superhero without being associated with the likes of, say, Master Legend. And I love Master Legend myself, but people are very critical of him and have their criticisms to make, and criticisms of things he may have said or believed, and some people just have criticism of him because he kind of represents the lifestyle of the real life superhero, and he's inspired other people. And I want us all to be together. I want us all to be a team and all that, but I don't think anybody should be above criticism or all that. So I will defend Master Legend if I feel you're being unfair. But if you're being fair, you can criticize. Like, we are not perfect. We are human beings. We are flawed, and you can point out people's flaws. That's okay. But the thing is, they are free to respond to it any way they see fit. So get ready for some back and forth. Master Legend usually tells people to go home to your mama, or something like that. If he feels you're kind of breaking his balls a little bit on the internet there. But if there's real legitimate concerns you have about the community, like if there's people being bigoted, you go ahead and point that out. I've seen. I was just looking at a post from Crimson Fist the other day, and he's a community supporter. He supports the LGBTQ plus community, and I support him for supporting that. Good job, Crimson Fist. There's lots of positive symbols that can support whatever group or association or lifestyle you are a part of, but that goes both ways. There are people on all sides of the political spectrum in the real life superhero community, and so whether you are for or against Trump, there are people out there supporting and attacking him, because people are free to have their political opinions. I try to stay politically neutral. I don't vote. I say it's up to everybody else to make those decisions, and I put that power in their hands. And I accept their decisions. But at the same time, I can respond if I don't agree with something. Just because I accept I accept that decision is made, doesn't mean that I agree with it. And that's the same with the real life superhero community. Just because I call myself a real life superhero doesn't mean I defend all the behavior in the community. They're guys. Let's bring up Bee Sting again. The guy pulled out a shotgun, and I shouldn't bring up people with negative reputations, but why not? We're talking about people as a whole, and if you want to criticize that, that's cool. Go ahead and criticize the bad behavior of a community. I also want to, because we're running out of time here, I do want to talk about that more, but I also want to talk about Skyline's latest iceberg video. That is definitely his worst iceberg video, and I don't feel bad saying that, because he kind of admitted it at the beginning of the video. And burnout has hit him hard, you can tell. But that's not the real problem I have with it. That was just a minor point. But he still said, even though he cut out all this other stuff he didn't want to talk about, it seemed like pretty cool things that should have been talked about. He still brought up AI slop, as he calls it, in the real life superhero community. And he said some pretty harsh stuff. He brought up Foreman, and he brought up Captain A, their art, and called it slop, and said they don't do anything except create slop, basically. All they do is make their fake real life superhero persona on AI, and they don't do anything real. And that's bullshit. Those guys do real shit. He didn't even give him a shout out. Captain A, I'm not as familiar with Captain A, but I'm pretty sure he has done stuff like going to hospitals with other uniformed people in super suits. And if you're going to a hospital spreading some positivity, I say you are a hero, Captain A. So, I don't know if you're also patrolling and stuff too. You very well might be. And if I'm not aware of that, I'm sorry. I'm not shouting out that. But Foreman does, Jaron Daniels Shade does patrol, and he deserves credit for putting in the work and doing the real life stuff. And because that was Skyline's criticism, this is real life superheroes, it should be real life. Well, Skyline, you use green screen and special effects in your videos, And I could argue that that's also not real life stuff, but I'm not going to break your balls out of that over that because that's stupid, and I think you're being stupid. I think you're ignoring good real life superheroes that I am a fan of because you want to crap on AI. But maybe this is the fight we're having. I didn't want there to be this conflict, but I feel like you have fired the first fucking shots there, Skyline. So whatever, man. I seen that real life, the art with you. You were in the AI art that Foreman made, and man, I was jealous. I was like, man, I would love to be in that art. But you were the big guy, and you were the guy that inspired. Obviously, gave him the inspiration to create that, and just the fact that you can't see that as cool fan art. You just have to crap on the fact that, ooh, somebody made AI slap with me in it. Like, that's what you sound like. But anyways, I'll just leave it at that because we're going to run out of time. I'm Captain Canada, Joseph Arthur Roszell. I want to thank you for watching. I want to wish you all luck in the world. I love you, and I want you to know that suicide is never the answer. Peace out. For now.